Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and I wanted to take a minute and close Vlogmas out for 2018. It's been quite an experience for me, and something I didn't think that I was going to be able to do, but I did it, which was awesome, and it kind of let me realize that, yeah, I could actually do a video a day. And I think there was only one day that I had to actually miss, and then I made it up anyway. But, through the holidays, it was a little stressful. And I don't know that I would be able to do this and train and do everything that I needed to do in a regular training day. But because I was kind of taking December off just to let myself recover, to deal with the holidays, to deal with my birthday and everything, it was just too hard to be like, oh, well, I can work out this day, but I can't work out this day. But I can't do it this way, but then I can do it this weekend. So I just kind of took December off, and I'm gearing back up to being full on 180% training in January, starting on January 1st, actually. I have a training scheduled. So, yeah. I have my first half marathon of the year in April, on April 13th. Then May 11th, I have my first triathlon of the year. And depending on how things fall out, as far as registrations and all of that, I should have 3 other ones done by the end of the year. So by the end of 2019, I should have 4 triathlons done, 2 sprints, and hopefully 2 Olympics, culminating in November of 2019 with my first ocean swim in Morro Bay, and I'm hoping that that will be an Olympic. So here's to good luck, and knock on simulated wood that it all works out. I have been working on my planner setup for 2019, and I am very, very close. Planner Prime that bad boy is set up, ready to go. I mean, as far as the planners go and the covers. As far as, putting in stickers and decorating and all that, I'm waiting on one thing. And that would actually be, and y'all will probably laugh, but I love the Erin Condren seasonal sticker book. And for the past 2 years, that's what I've used to decorate my Hobonichis. And what I love about them is that I can have one sticker book and use it. I mean, last year, I think I actually did a video on it. I took the decorations from, say, January or February or March or whatever, and split them between my cousin Avec and 2 weeks. So there was enough, and then I would still have stuff left. So I've ordered the new sticker book, and I think it's edition 4, and it should be here this week, and I will get everything put in for my cousin Avec and for my Hobonichi Mega Weeks, or Weeks Mega, as it is actually known, and get some of the holiday stickers put in, and some pre-decorating, and that's all I do, is just really the monthly views. And then I'll put in some of the stickers that I've got from Coffee Monsters Co. and Once More with Love for the monthly different holidays. And then it's good to go. So I have as you saw in a previous video, my morning, Miracle Morning A6 is all done. So it's ready to go, and I've been finishing out the year in my old one, and it's upstairs now, back into the location where I want to have it. And thanks to having family Christmas here, my main floor is pretty well clean, and to a point where I'm like, okay. I literally took out 4 huge boxes of stuff to the thrift store and donated it, along with a giant lazy boy chair that I got rid of because the back of it was broken. But after when I went to Overstock.com, they had 80% off, and so I got a new chair. I know, no new furniture, but we thought my recliner was broken, and it's where Greg and I, have couples time, and I was like, I don't want to be down here because my chair's broken and I can't sit in it, and it's where I love to read and everything. So when I went over to Overstock.com, they had a section piece that is really nice. It's an Ashley Stewart sectional piece, and I think it's half of a love seat, or I don't know. But my husband has a half of a love seat, or a chaise lounge, and it's worked out great. And so we eventually wanted to get a big sectional there, but now that we're looking at changing things up and everything, I don't know that will ever happen. But this piece of a sectional is bigger than a lounge chair, like a Lazy Boy recliner, but it's super comfortable. And it was $500 and something. Then it was marked down to $395. Then it was 80% off of that. And it kind of matched the decor. And I sat down in it and I was like, oh, this is like so comfortable. And there'd be enough room for me and the pets and everything. And I'm just like, oh, this would be so nice. So I broke down. $72 later, I had a new chair. Which goes against everything that I've been thinking that I'm going to be doing. But it was because that one was broken and we don't have anything else in the house that would have replaced it. So I felt okay about doing that, especially at 80% off. I was like, ugh. And I didn't want to go and purchase a whole new Lazy Boy or anything like that, and because those run, $200 and $300. And so it was just a good deal at the right time. Ends up that Amy should make sure she measures shit before she buys it. So I come home, and this is like the Christmas Eve. And I'm so excited. And I was like, oh, I get to get a new lounge chair. And Greg's like, okay. I said, well, you go over there with me to get it so we can get it in and everything. He's like, sure. So we get there, and I'm like, see, look, it's that one over there. He goes, the big tan one? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, honey, that's not going to fit in your car. I'm like, sure it will. Yours fit. He goes, we could take the back off of mine. And I'm like, well, can't we take the back off that one? He goes, I don't know. We asked the guys, and they're like, don't know. And sure enough, you can't. And it was like 4 inches too wide. And so I'm like, well, shit. And they're like closing in 30 minutes to be closed until the 2nd of December, or January. No, they'll be closed until the 3rd of January. And I'm like, I have no time to get anybody here with a truck. And then I'm like, well, can't we just lay it out and put it on top of the car? Because I have rails on top of my all-track. And Greg's like, I don't see why not. And he's like, have you guys got rope? And they're like, sure, we've got the twine stuff. So we lay it out, and it doesn't go completely flat, but we lay it out, and it fit perfectly on top of the car. And my husband ratcheted it down, and I drove it home. After some maneuvering, we got it down the stairs, and then got the other one back up and into my car. And the next day I just took it to Savers and donated it. And the reason I donated it was because I was originally going to just toss it because it was broken. And then Greg's like, I don't think this is broken. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I think it's just slipped the thing. And so there were like brackets that held the back, and we think that one of the brackets got bent or something, and it just slipped out. And I'm like, well, son of a gun. But I do like the new one much better. And the other one was in perfect condition. It was great. But then I was like, well, we don't need two, and I can't return this one. So it was what I got was actually more of what I wanted. And all the animals love to get up on Greg's chaise lounge because there's room for him and for them to like lay out and spread out and just be like comfy. And when we put it downstairs and I got in it just to rest for a minute, both cats got up and just like, Mama, this is perfect. And I was like, this is perfect. So I went ahead and donated the Lazy Boy, and it felt good to do that. But when we got that in the car, and I'm like, well, I don't want to try to drive all the way over there just for nothing. I'm like, let me see what I can do out of the living room. And I started considering what I was going to get decluttered out of the living room, and just out of my shelves alone that I had handmade pottery just stuffed. There were things that I'm like, God, I don't even remember buying this. I'm like, I don't like that. Or, I went through and I got rid of 4 boxes full of stuff. So that's done. Now, the living room is not done by any means, but 4 boxes of stuff is already out of there. And I'm like, And so this morning, Christmas Day, and I'm just like, this is so nice. Have my coffee and I'm reading and, doing some journaling. The light is coming, the sunlight's coming through the dining room, and I'm just like, this is so nice that it's cleared out and my coffee table is clear, and so I was propelled to do more. So I'm going to tomorrow start my living room, or can't even talk, start my bedroom. And from now until January 1st, these are not like getting into the book and doing everything that the book tells me to do. No, this is like a baseline. Let's just clean and just do an initial, like, well, I know I don't like that. Get rid of the stuff that's like right there that I don't have to like focus on, and just be like, do I want to keep this? Do I want to get rid of this? What? And so it's just a baseline clear out, figure out, the initial stuff that is just going to go. And then in January, and I'm only going to be able to do it for a few days. So, not every room is going to get this done, but the rooms that needed it the most, the dining room or the living room, the dining room, my family room, and my bedroom, really needed it done. I may forego the family room in exchange for my boudoir, which is my giant closet. So we'll see. I am hoping that I get to that, but we'll see. I'm not sure. I was going to go to Boise for New Year's Eve, but I've decided to stay home because there's just too much to get done, and right now I just really can't afford to drive up there. So I'm hoping maybe my girl Kelly can come down, and we'll spend it here. Otherwise, I will go up and see her for her birthday, which is early January. So we'll just see what happens. But I'm very excited, and I am so happy that I took this time off. Oh my gosh. Oh, so happy that I don't have to go to work tomorrow. And that I get to stay home and clean and purge and get rid of stuff. So I'm fairly certain my word for the year, well, I already know my word for the year is audacious. But I'm also going to add freedom to that. And freedom from stuff, freedom from, judgment, freedom from what everybody thinks that I should be, who I should be, whatever. It's just freedom. And so that's the word that I'll be focusing on as far as, the house and everything else. But audacious is kind of me too. So that's a more personal, like, me kind of thing. So, but I'm working on all of that, all of my goals, getting all of those done. And then before the end of the year, I will be doing another video and letting you see everything, my full, and it may be more than one, because I don't necessarily want to go through and do like my Cousin Avec, my Hobonichi Weeks, and my bullet journal all in one, but we'll see. I don't know how long that would be. So they might just be smaller videos, but we'll see what happens. I am going to go forward with still doing my videos twice a week, but there'll be other stuff intermixed. Now that I know that I can do this and it's fairly simple and I've got the process down. So there'll be a lot more vlogs from me. And I'm hopefully going to be updating the intro video and updating the channel with some newer pictures and all of that kind of thing. So the Vlogmas experience has, kind of shown me that if you put enough time into something, it can actually work for you. You just kind of have to figure out a process for it. And I am doing that right now through trying to figure out my training schedule, trying to figure out just my daily schedule of what I want to do outside of work and what I want to get done before work, what I want to get done after work, training wise, gaming wise, and planning wise, all of that, and fitting it all in and still doing Finding 52, which is my personal challenge for this year of my 52nd year on this planet. So finding at least 1 hour a week that is just mine. And this morning I took that hour, and actually it was an hour and 15 minutes. And I read The Minimalist Home, had my coffee, and just sat. It was quiet. Greg was still in bed. The kittens came up to me and they were just like, Mama. And I was just, I was drinking my coffee and petting them and reading, my feet up. And it was just a fabulous experience. And with the sunlight coming in, and I was just like, I am so utterly and completely happy right now. And I'm just like, and it was perfect. It was the perfect Christmas day, literally. And so I just wanted to, bask in that. And I thought, this is what Finding 52 is all about. And, taking an hour or hour and 15 minutes or 4 hours, whatever it takes, just to relax and do nothing and be, in my own skin and just be. So I hope you guys decide to do that with me. Those of you who do, please note it down below so that I kind of know. And the hashtag is #Finding52. So just follow that on Instagram. I will be posting it. I'll post that probably tomorrow, what I did. And whenever I end up doing it per week, I'll post it. But it was really, really nice. And, I wouldn't care if that was what it ends up being every week. It won't be, but, it was just so sublime. So, yeah. I'm getting in the right frame of mind and in the right place to kick off the new year. And like this time last year, I knew all my goals and all of that, but the goals were not, they weren't thought out as well as I'd hoped they would be. They're what I thought I wanted, but I should have drilled down to them a little bit more. And I thought I was doing what I needed to do to get it like boom, boom, boom. I have a week to do this and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I literally drilled it down to each week, but it was too much. It was way too much. And I didn't have a reasoning behind some of it. And I can tell already the difference it makes in having purpose behind your goals is phenomenal. And now that my purpose is to downsize all my crap and get rid of a lot of it, it is freeing. I'm just like, okay, this is why we're doing this. This is why I have no qualms about getting rid of things and taking loads and loads and loads of stuff to donation centers or, selling it online, anything like that. And it is all about freedom and freeing me from all of the stuff that I don't need anymore. And my older brother and I were talking about this on Christmas Eve, and how much that kind of pervasive thought process gets instilled in kids from their parents. And we just started talking about it. And we're like, no wonder we're so screwed up. my mom has issues with, hoarding stuff, and, the more stuff you have, the better off you are. And that was just the way it was. If you had stuff, you had, I don't want to say a level in society or anything, but it was kind of like that. And the more stuff that she could get for $1, the better. But it got to a point where it didn't matter if she needed it or not. It was just like, oh, I only spent $1 on it. But it doesn't matter if you're throwing it away 6 weeks later. Why buy it? And so it was very eye-opening to have my brothers and I talking about that, and how much all of us have kind of gotten into that rut. And it's like, wait a minute. And my older brother is like trying to clear out stuff. I'm trying to clear out stuff. And he's like, I can't believe I got to that point before I knew it. And I'm like, I know. I opened my eyes one day and I'm like 2 steps from a hoarder. What? No! And so I am trying to break that cycle. And, it's hard. It is very hard. Especially when, you have things wrapped up in good deals, and, you're just like, but I need it. But honestly, I don't. I gave, for a lot of my stocking stuffers this Christmas, I gave journals and pens and covers to all my family. Two of my brothers actually had talked about wanting to start journaling. And so I set them up, and I was like, here's this. If you don't like lined, I've got dot grid. If you don't like dot grid, I've got blank. Whatever you need. More than happy to give it to you. And then my oldest brother wants to start journaling again. And so I gave him one of my field notes, and I said, this is what made it very easy for me to start doing this in the smaller size. I also gave him a wide version, a Cahiers notebook, but in a moleskin. I mean, all of them got moleskins because I really don't use those very often, and I had a ton of them. So, and then I gave him a field notes, and I gave him all really nice Inkjoy pens, and I said, it makes it so much easier if you enjoy the pen, you enjoy the paper, you enjoy the notebook, then you're going to enjoy the experience. And they're like, what? Does that really make a difference? And I'm like, it really does. And so, honestly, I think all of them are going to actually try it. Even my youngest brother's girlfriend, I gave her a notebook and a cover and a pen and a calendar and all of this kind of stuff. And I'm like, just give it a try and see if you like it. If you don't, no skin off my nose. I get rid of my stash, and you guys have notebooks that you can use for whatever you want. So my youngest brother is also an artist, and so I am putting together a set of colored pencils, watercolors, all that kind of stuff, all for my stash. And, like I said, this was going to be the last bastion of withholding, but there's still things that I can get rid of. And the more I get rid of everything everywhere else, the easier it is to get rid of stuff in here. Who knew? So, don't get me wrong. Some of y'all come in here trying to take my dot grid and stuff. I'd be like, no, get the hell out. But, line journals and stuff that I don't really use and don't need, I'm like, I'm more than happy. So, yeah, that's why I was like, if you guys don't have, for my brothers, not in general, but, my brothers, I was like, just tell me what you need, and I'm sure that I have it. So, eventually this year, you guys will probably get a couple more giveaways, because I have a bunch of planners that I need to go through and review, and just things that I've purchased myself and want to go through them. But yeah, I will be using a lot of stuff that I have. Still having my Cocoa Daisy, my Cocoa Daisy subscription. I think for this next month, I'm going to cancel my Simply Gilded just because I'm not using it. And so I will stop that one. I will never stop my coffee. So sorry. That's not happening. My death wish will always be coming to me. But I'm going to try to downsize that, get my schedule under control so that I can possibly start doing more podcasts and such again. And I have some things built around that and some great news and an announcement. So, which will be coming after the first of the year. So stay tuned for that. And other than that, I just wanted to say thank you for sticking with me through Vlogmas. And I appreciate all the comments and feedback and positivity that you guys have. And thank you also to those who sent me Christmas cards and birthday cards. I am sending thank yous out this month. So hopefully getting those done this week so that I can get them out by the first of the year. And then I am doing, instead of Christmas cards and things like that, I wanted to do a year in review. And so what happened in 2018 for both Greg and I and the family. And so that's kind of what I do. I don't really do Christmas cards a lot, but I truly love the ones that I've gotten so far. And the birthday cards were fabulous. And so thank you all for those and for any correspondence you guys send. I love it. So it truly, truly makes my day to get Happy Mail. I love it so much. You have no idea how special it all is to me. So I believe in February NaNoWriMo is coming. So is NaNoWriMo International Writer. It's handwritten letters. So I believe that's NaNoWriMo. I will have to look that up because I'm like, it's out of my head right now. I'm like, wait a minute, no. It is NaNoWriMo because I was trying to think, no, that's Inktober. And I'm like, no, Inktober is actually about using ink and writing in October. And then you have NaNoWriMo, and I'm, all the acronyms in my head, I'm just like, ah! So, NaNoWriMo is coming up in February, and I will be participating in that as well. So, anybody that would like to do that can send letters to my P.O. Box, which is on my channel. But I'll make more announcements about that soon. So just know that that's coming in February. And for the rest of the year, you know, I'm just kind of be purging a lot of stuff and cleaning and getting things set up. So you will see videos of that too. So I have rambled for 27 minutes. And this was supposed to be a quick little thanks for watching Vlogmas video. And yeah, tangent. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you. And I hope you've had a happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And then I hope all of you are looking forward to a grand 2019. So 2018 has been really good to me. And it started out kind of rocky. But, you know, I'm very happy with how it's turned out. And I hope that 2019 is even better. And I hope the same for y'all. So have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.